Alright, stream status good. Just gonna turn this down real quick. Go. Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. MLB 17 The Show. Franchise mode, I'll be playing as the Yankees, going up against the Orioles. Let's see, calendar. It's only my 5th game. I started this game kind of late. And play as much as I can. Full game, yeah. Yankees, road, in Baltimore. No quick counts, broadcast, MLB Network, yeah, that's fine. Who's going today? Jordan Montgomery? Gardner, Ellsbury, Sanchez, Holiday, Castro, Carter. Yeah, I'll go with them. I'm gonna judge up. DD, Chase, yeah. Everything looks good so far. Yeah, I'll go with this. Let's get to it.
Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today it's the second of this 3-game series between the New York Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Wade Miley is ready to go as he'll be on the hill for Baltimore. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, if you look at the rotation, this is the guy everybody questions. How is he still in it? ERA over 5 last season. But what I see is a guy that they trust. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go be out there and battle. And let's just see if maybe he can turn this trend around of inconsistency.
Here's Brett Gardner now. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Gardner.
All right, let's get off to a good start here.
Underway at the ballpark this afternoon as the first pitch is in there for strike one. Well, these Orioles entering play today, Harold Reynolds, they come in off to a bit of one win in their first 3 tries.
Well, they're coming off a tough loss. I mean, they played pretty good ball. They just lost by 1 run. But, you know, you look back at it, those are the ones that eat you up, those 1-run loss games. 2 tough pitches. Looking at both of them, they're both the same pitch, it looks like, in the same location. He just wasn't ready for it. You got to be ready for anything now.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2.
I like the pitch right there. Got it to chase a fastball out of the zone. I'd come back with it again.
The next 0-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Gentry giving chase, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. With that, here's a look at the Yankees starting lineup. HR, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, the key to this game, Matt, is going to be the contributions throughout the whole entire lineup. You cannot rely on that key guy on the team, the big star. No, everybody's got to contribute. If they do that, they'll win this game.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Head-to-head history with Wade Miley, a 3-for-12 line. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. Right over the middle, knee high. Our temperature not quite 60 degrees, 59 here at game time this afternoon. One out, nobody on. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Well, McDonald's strike zone is pretty ordinary, pretty basic. Now, sometimes it's tough to figure out, and that's when you get frustrated with him. There's not a whole lot of flash, but you just want him. Be consistent. Pick one side or the other. That's where guys get frustrated.
0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2.
Okay.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Grounded up the first baseline. Davis has it, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Hey, not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
Stepping into the box, Gary Sanchez. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here. 0-1.
Oh, that was a good looking slider to hit. It kind of hung him one. When you got a slider right there and it's spinning towards you, that's the one you annihilate.
Yeah, I know.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's ball 1. Just underway in Baltimore. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level. Set to deal on 2-2. And another foul ball.
Tried to wait back.
Another 2-2 offering. He got him, and it puts an end to the inning. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Yankees nothing. Orioles coming to bat. You're watching MLB Network. Jordan Montgomery gets the ball for the Yankees in this one. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, our starting pitcher today is making his major league debut. You can only imagine the anxiousness, the anxiety that's going through, and the nervousness. So I'm really excited to see, can he calm those nerves? Can he reach back and execute his pitches? If he's able to calm his nerves.
All right, time out. I'll be right back. Gotta take care of something real quick. BRB. Says on there. I think I'm good. Yep, I'm good. I'm back. Let's do this. Let's continue this.
Maybe we'll see why he's here in the big leagues.
Left fielder, Ray
No. Try and get a strike early.
Try to bunt his way on, but this is popped up.
Where's the happened to the ball marker?
And it's a perfect bunt as they can't even get to the ball.
Whoa.
Well, he just outran that.
Wait a minute. Pause that. There should have been a little marker on the field showing where the ball was going to land. I don't know. Max. Yeah, it's on. I don't know what happened there, but it's on. Anyways.
Even when you expect him to bunt, everybody knows he can run. They're going to play in on him. But he just flat, nice touch, and outran the baseball to first base for the base hit.
Let's try it again. Hopefully no more malfunctions.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here, Harold. It appears to be all systems go to start the new year as they've come out of the gates on a 4-game winning streak.
Yeah, man, I mean, they're 4-0 on the road trip, and when you're 4-0 and you're feeling good and
eye on
confident,
them. Man,
you show up to the ballpark early. I got here early today, and there was more players in that clubhouse I saw there than when you go eat at a restaurant. It was amazing.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
Nobody out, runner on first.
Fastball up and in.
And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
I like how he wasted that pitch. It was close enough to tempt the hitter to swing, but now you got him thinking, will he come back with another fastball? You got him set up. Off speed, hard pitch, anything now.
All right, now I'll try that curveball.
A little bouncer. That winds up foul.
How?
Nice job of fighting that ball off right there. 2 strikes on you. He throws a breaking ball down the way, and you just put enough on it to stay alive.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes.
Come on now.
Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone. See if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time. See if he chases it again.
Try cutter inside.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Another one sent foul.
Pesky, huh?
Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up.
Wait on that. Trying to pass one.
Working for the punch out and the offering.
There we go.
And that is swung on and missed by Jones as
There
he
we
becomes
go.
out number 1. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Here's Manny Machado now. He went deep in the contest last night. Sends that one out of play for strike one.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it off.
And that misses 1-1.
I want it that low in the zone, not in the freaking left-handed batter's box.
Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, that's not a good pitch for him to hit. Look, this fella's got so much power, but you gotta bring the pitch into the zone. Chasing that one there, right there, I'd go back and throw it to him again.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Hey, keep an eye out here, Matt, because that guy on first base, 3-2 count, and he can run. He might be on the move here.
How many outs? Just one out? Okay. No. Try to cut it a little bit.
The 3-2 now to Machado. Chop foul over towards the dugout. Runners on first with 1 down.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Payoff pitch one more time. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, there are very few guys that can do what Adam Jones can do for a team. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Here's Chris Davis now. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
Got it low and away? Or low in, Sorry about that. Alright, I'm gonna try it. In this hot zone. Hopefully I don't get burned.
One and one.
Didn't get burned.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Gotta be careful with Chris Davis here.
2 out with the man at first. Davis waits on the 1-1. There's a breaking ball over the outer half.
Well, that was a curveball looking right there. I tell you what, that was a nice curve. Just really froze him. Good breaking ball.
Back inside. Off the plate.
Skied into straightaway right.
Handle that good.
Judge is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1 left for the Orioles, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Matt Holliday standing in now. Head-to-head history with Wade Miley. 2 for 9.
Matt Holliday.
Into the windup and the pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2 now.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were two stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
And here's a fastball for a strike. 2-1 now.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
This is line to left. And Holliday has a base hit. So the leadoff man reaches base to start out their half of the 2nd inning.
That ball's right in his wheelhouse. Man, pitcher got lucky. Screaming line drive. Had he lifted it, he'd be jogging right now for 4.
Here's Starlin Castro as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. In for a strike. It's 1-1.
Well, that's a high fastball in the low 90s. That is a dangerous pitch right there. He got away with one. The guy took the pitch. Maybe he's just measuring him up. I wouldn't come back with that again.
A runner at first with no outs here. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Here it is. Takes a knee-high fastball.
That would have been a ground ball if I swung at that.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. He's set, and the 2-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to third. There's one. Back to Davis, and they turn the double play.
Batting 6th, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here's big Aaron Judge. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game.
1 second. All right.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Now here it comes. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. A swing and a high drive to right center field. Jones going back on it at the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Man, at bats like this make every hitting coach happy. This is what they all preach. Stay inside the ball, stay behind the ball. You can see he lets this one travel deep, then just inside outs this thing off the right center field wall. That's a rare power there and a little bit scary to opposing pitchers.
Strikeout artist.
Here's Chris Carter now. Lays off 1-0. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Here's the 1-0. And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
I normally don't swing until I get 1 strike. It's just what I do. I can't explain why.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Here's a high pop-up. Machado is there for it. And that ends the inning. Yanks leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Wellington Castillo.
All right.
Now on fastball to start things out. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Down to Headley at third. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Yankees. And yes, they move players all over the field. They love to shift heavily into the analytics and really apply it to their club. You'll see guys moving all over the field today.
Here's Jonathan Scope now. First pitch coming. Here it is. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. That's wide. 2-0. Two and 0 count, and the pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
What's he looking for? 2-0 fastball right down the middle, and he took it. I don't know what he's thinking about. Maybe he thought he was going to throw him a breaking ball. I think you got to sit fastball there.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Started to go around, but he's able to check his swing for ball 3.
I like that check swing. He started to offer at the off-speed pitch, but he recognized it and was able to hold up.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Hard hit toward the hole. And a base hit as that's into left, and they've got themselves a base runner.
I'd rather a base hit over a walk any day.
In now, Trey Mancini. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time. Bottom of the second here with no score. chop foul over towards the coaching box.
Hey.
1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
All right.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
I looked down for a second. What do you call? Fastball up and away. I don't take a chance. I'll be daring.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Now a swing and a fly ball.
Not gonna get there.
But this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Did I get my sinker working?
Here's the 1-1 delivery. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate.
Fastball to line up. Let's try it.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Hit high in
lower
the
down.
air down the right field line. Judge is on his
There.
horse. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Orioles leave 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. It is a beautiful day here in Baltimore, Maryland, as we're set to begin the 3rd frame in this one from Oriole Park.
The stream is still healthy and good.
Digging in, Didi
strong.
Gregorius. He'll step
Looks
in
like
to
it
lead
is.
it off in the top of the
All right.
3rd. First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike.
All right, Didi. You're off to a slow start this season.
The windup and the 0-1. Strike 2 at a pitch
Back to
that
pitch
catches
pitches
the
like that,
outside
you can
corner.
Stay in a slump. That's right there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Ball inside.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Taking line drive out to right center.
There we go, Didi.
And this
Nice.
inning starts with a solid base hit.
Well, there's a nice little soft liner. I know it's a leadoff base hit. It wasn't hit as hard as he'd like to, but sometimes that little soft liner starts rallying.
Headley.
Here's Chase Headley. Head-to-head history with Wade Miley. 9 base hits in 31 tries. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times.
Stay out of double play. No double plays up in here.
From the stretch. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike. Nobody out, runner on first. And he lays off for ball 1.
Well, that ball's high as a strike in the zone can go, but umpires don't like to reward pitchers on that one. They want to make you get the ball down, so he called it a ball. Throw it down, you'll get the strike.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. And that misses. 2-1.
Oh.
3-1 now.
I took that as a prayer.
He's set. Here's the 3-1. Liner towards second. And that one zips on through as he was in position, but he couldn't knock it down.
Back-to-back hits, and now the inning is set up. They're trying to put the first run on the board, so you can bunt, move them up. Now you're second and third. You may draw the infield in, or if they sit back, get the easy ground ball, and you pick up the first run of the game. But it's all set up with those back-to-back singles, and now you can do whatever you want to do with the rest of the inning.
Into the box, Brett Gardner, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
I got something good going. Don't need the umpires to take it away from me.
The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming in is Jones, but he won't get there. It falls in.
Well, that's a big hit right there. You might be wondering why they hold the runner up. Now you have bases loaded. Anytime you have no outs, you don't want to force that guy to be thrown out. Now you put the pressure on the defense with the bases loaded.
Bases loaded, nobody out. I am Kobe.
Striding in once again, Jacoby Ellsbury. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
All right, Ellsbury, let's do this.
Here comes the first pitch. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
Man, I tell you what, if I had a timeout and I went out there to talk to him, I'd say, look, we just got to minimize the damage. Bases loaded, no outs. We don't want them to blow the inning totally open.
The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Hardy for 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come into score from third.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. One run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
Big time.
In now, Gary Sanchez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Let's not even mention that batting average I just saw.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Outside.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Here's a line drive that's going to get over the head of Hardy and into left center field for a base hit. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Man, he turned on that fastball right there, ripped the line drive and scored the run easy.
Yeah, Gary, you had a bad series in Tampa. Let's try to turn it around here.
Into the box now, Matt Holliday, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. From the belt, the pitch. Oh, that hit him. Let's hope he's okay.
That's unfortunate.
Great support from his infield, though, as that's the third out. Weird way to end the inning. So 2 runs on 4 hits here. No errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. The Yankees are out in front, 2-0. Into the box now, Joey Rickard. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Into the windup and the pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Gregorius ranging into the outfield. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. Still far too early for any semblance of a race to take shape, but we'll give you a look anyways at our standings here in April. Here's Craig Gentry.
Drag bunt situation. The baseman is covering the drag. Alright. I'm ready for you.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
Well, he is working fast, and he wants that quick inning. Just throwing a lot of strikes. Right now, 0-1. Again, I think he comes right after him and makes him swing the bat.
And he takes this one high, 1-1.
Track purple.
Here it comes on 1-1. Swinging a ball chopped foul down the left side. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Stepping in now, Adam Jones. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on that on-deck circle.
1-2.
Got to count 1 and 2.
Fastball on the way.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. 2 and 2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Again, he sends it out of play.
We're doing this again. Be a thorn in my side.
He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. This is in the air out to right field.
Too far. There we go.
Judge will get there and he puts it away to retire the side.
Montgomery
3 up,
strong.
3 down for the Orioles. They're down 2-0. Digging in for his second at bat, Starlin Castro comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Castro.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. A high fastball is in there. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And Castro's got himself a base hit. So the 4th inning opens with a leadoff single.
Well, it looks like just a ground ball base hit in the box scores. But, man, that ball is hit hard up the middle. He's going to do well for himself if he stays consistent and keeps that approach.
Big Aaron Judge just won the home run derby.
Standing in now, Aaron Judge, as the changeup to him
else
drops
couple
in
days
there
ago.
for the first strike. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
Well, this isn't how he wanted to start the inning. A leadoff single, and then you almost hit the next hitter. Composure. Got to try to get that ball over the plate and maybe get a ground ball.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far.
Give me something good.
Fastball is looked at for strike 2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Line drive to left.
Ball.
Gentry is right there as he puts it away. No problem for the first out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Well, he hit that ball pretty well, but the only problem was that he pulled off it just a bit. The location was a little on the outer half, so he would have hit it even better if he would have stayed through the middle of the field with it.
Here's Chris Carter now as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He popped out in his first trip. Comes set with the 0-1. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
Well, he's got a double play situation right here. If he can get the ball down, everything's been up. So I'm not really looking for a double play. It might take 2 or 3 hitters to get out of this jam.
Guarantees them to go away.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch.
I was right.
Here's a little chopper up the middle. Scope with the bare hand.
Okay.
On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Here's Manny Machado now.
Leading
He's
off the
0 for
fourth
1 thus
Orioles,
far.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
And this one's nowhere close
that
as
wasn't
that
where I
bounces
wanted
to
it.
the plate for ball 1.
Oh, for a changeup. And you missed
Changeup
it
stays
outside.
outside and he's behind 2-0.
Now with the
Don't
2-0
need to
count and
fall
the power
behind
at the
Manny
plate,
Machado.
it could be fireworks
Football
time.
people
This
on
is the
this
kind
team.
of count he makes his money in.
Curveball 2-0. Yeah, I'll take my chances.
Two-0 curveball here is over for a strike.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. Make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
Three and one now as that misses
All over
down
the
and in.
place, miss
Well,
that
they
bat.
haven't had a
What's
lot
going
of
on?
offense in this game. Right now, they got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for them.
Ground ball left side.
Got it.
Headley's got it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
First baseman, number 19, Chris Davis.
Digging in to try it again, Chris Davis. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball that finds the outside corner.
Well, there's a first pitch strike. You know, only 50% of the pitches he's thrown first pitch this game have been for a strike. So I'm surprised that he's having as much success so far as he is.
No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far.
That's living dangerous. No, let's try to cut her low on the way.
Ball 1.
He obviously wanted that call on the corner, but if he continues to
Well,
put the
it
ball
wasn't
right
the
there,
strike
he's going to get that call, and he's going to keep pitching as well as he is.
Here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1 and 2 now.
Well, he's just 2 outs into his major league debut on the mound, and so far he doesn't seem nervous or like he's trying to do too much. That's easier said than done.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Boy, he's having a hard time just putting the ball in play right now.
Up next
He
for the
took the
Orioles.
hat trick with 3 strikeouts
Hat-trick.
yesterday, and here's
Wellington
another one today. Looks to me like he
Castillo.
just needs to simplify his approach and focus on making some contact.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Wellington Castillo. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Into the windup and the pitch. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. In comes Judge. And that retires the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They trail it here 2-0. Ready for another chance? Didi Gregorius. He'll start things out as we begin the 5th.
Gregorius.
Pitch on the way.
Yeah,
and a fastball is in there for strike 1.
Don't know what I was waiting for.
Nope.
1-1.
That was a pretty good pitch on a pitch he doesn't throw very often, or I should say hasn't used in this game, that's for sure. That was a good pitch.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Machado is there for it. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Headley.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And standing in is the third baseman, Chase Headley. And now a pitch on the way. Lifted into the air out toward center field. Jones is under it, and he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Brett Gardner.
Here's Brett Gardner now. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. And that one right down Main Street. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And a good eye as he lays off, and the count moves to 2-1 now on the Yankee left fielder. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Set to deal on 2-2. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Jacoby Ellsbury would be next. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. And this one misses for ball 4. And the Yankees get a base runner here with 2 away.
Hey, that was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Here's the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Now the pitch home to Ellsbury. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
No doubt this is a steal situation right here. 2 outs and the leadoff hitter on first. This is the time you roll the dice and hope he gets in the scoring position where he can get a hit to bring him home.
Looks like a lefty and a right-hander throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. One strike home now to Ellsbury. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, but that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. Gardner rounds third and is digging for the plate, but no, he'll put on the brakes and head back to third.
As we take a look at this one, you can see he puts a good swing on it, but I don't think he got it or just enough to put some backspin to get it out of here. But hard to complain about a well-hit double, though.
Two out opportunities.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame.
5th inning.
Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base, but you have a guy on deck that can do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
Three and 0 now.
Well, you just give up a double. Now you're down 3-0 in the count. Look, there's no need to challenge this guy right here. I'm looking to the on-deck circle, and I'm going to go ahead and walk this guy, nibble, make him chase, something different, because I want that hitter on the on-deck.
Do I dare swing 3-0?
He's set. Here's the 3-0.
Yep.
Line hard. Foul.
That was my pitch.
Set. Here's the 3-1.
Oh, come on.
Strike, and that'll run it full. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And here's a ball hit in the air. Heading after it is Rickard. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Here's Jonathan Scope now. He leads off in the bottom of the 5th as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
Yeah, Montgomery's been shutting down.
Here it comes, 1-0. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Well, this offense finds themselves struggling right now, and they're down a few runs. They got to try to manufacture, get somebody on, maybe hit and run, and then you look for the big ball. Looks like right now everybody's swinging for the downs. They got to turn it around a little bit, play a little small ball, get it going.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Looks at a curveball called for a strike.
It's filthy.
Now here it comes. Hard hit ball towards the hole. And they'll start this inning off with a base hit as that one's through. So the Orioles get their leadoff man aboard to start the inning.
Well, he's been on quite a roll tonight. Retired 8 hitters. Now with that base hit right there, that kind of breaks that streak of retiring 8 in a row. Let's see how he adjusts out of the stretch now.
Into the box, Trey Mancini comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch of the at bat, and that one stayed too low apparently.
That was a good pitch though. I have a smug head.
The 1-0 pitch. Just a tick behind for a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. A runner at first with no outs here.
See if I can get him out front.
Lays off the 1-2 changeup, and he's worked it back to 2-2.
Well, that was a classic strikeout pitch with the changeup down right there. He just missed. You know, he hit fastball, then came back with the changeup. I think he comes back with another fastball in. You got him guessing now for sure.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch.
Oh.
Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2.
Tried to backdoor him and lock him up with a curveball right there. Pretty good pitch, but he didn't quite get it to come back all the way to the corner. That's tough to do for most guys.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Here's the shortstop now, J.J. Hardy, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball on the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one, he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at-bat goes on. I love it.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2.
A little further now.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
The batter, right fielder, Joey Rickard.
So stepping in, Joey Rickard. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down.
A couple of those to the curveball.
In the air, down the left field line and deep. Scope rounds the corner and is headed home. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
Left fielder.
I had a feeling that was going to be a bad pitch. I paid the price for it. It's not like a time in score now.
Here's Craig Gentry. And he tries to go to a knee to block it, but it's by him down the right field line. And a relay to the plate. And he will be tagged out at the plate. So it remains a 1-run deficit here as the side is retired. Logan Verrett is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Matt Holliday standing in now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Hitter, Matt Holliday.
And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one.
Fastball, slider, two-seamer, changeup.
And a fastball just a bit high.
Wow, that's what a veteran hitter will do, right? Takes two really good pitches, both just missing the strike zone, and puts himself into a good 2-0 hitter's count.
Lays off a fastball, but it's over for a strike. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 now to Holiday. Now a ball fouled down the right field line, out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
And this is going to be extra bases here, leading off the 6th. Around first, Holiday will head for second now. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That was a pretty good fastball, and it almost got by him. But he's able to slap it in the gap in the right center field. Because of the velocity off the bat, the outfielders couldn't cut it off in time and allowed him to cruise into second really easy.
Here's Starlin Castro, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Low scoring game thus far. 2-1 here in the 6th.
Give me something good.
Outside, 3-0 now.
You didn't listen.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
Now batting, right fielder, Aaron Judge.
Here's big Aaron Judge. He doubled earlier in the game, 1 for 2 to this point. Here comes the first pitch.
In the dirt.
Okay. And this one's in the dirt. And the runners will stay put here on ball 1. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Looks at a changeup on the inside corner for a strike.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now sure would be a good time.
And this is line foul over the Orioles dugout.
It was right there.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
Well, 2 straight fastballs inside haven't put him away. So now it'll be interesting to see what he turns to.
First and second here with nobody out. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
Well, we got a big pitch coming up now. That's ball 3 right there. And look at, with this situation with 2 guys already on, you don't want to load the bases. You got to come after him, make him swing the bat.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Stroke dives. What a stop. To second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out. But the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Into the box now, Chris Carter. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. And a waste pitch there, 1-2. That misses, and we're even at 2-2.
Well, that's great discipline. He's clearly sticking with his plan. Those 2 balls were down. He's thinking to himself, make him get it up before I swing. Get it off the knees.
And that one stayed up a little high.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
A man on third with 2 down. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. We'll see Adam Jones when we come back. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Adam Jones.
All right, let's probably get someone up in the bullpen. Bottom 6th. I'll go with. See, I'll warm Adam Warren up, and I'll clip it up as well.
Into the windup and the pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Gardner is there, and that's the first out of the inning.
Third baseman, number 13, Manny Machado.
Digging in once again, Manny Machado. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one.
See if I can get one last inning out of Montgomery.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Judge is under it. 2 down.
First baseman, number 19, Chris Davis.
Ready for another shot now. Chris Davis, 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far.
One more out to get. Well, for this outing, out the game.
Hits this one hard the other way. Blocked by Headley.
On the left side of the
Throw on to Carter gets him to retire the side.
Oh, it's a killer.
Orioles down on just
crushes.
4 pitches. Our score remains 2-1. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network. Yankees leading this one as we get ready to start the 7th, but before we do, here's a look at our game summary to this point. Ready for another chance? Didi Gregorius. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Didi Gregorius.
Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
You know what? That ball's right down the middle. I think he was taking first pitch, just really trying to measure it.
And before the 0-1 pitch, he'll step out of the box and get his bearings a bit.
Press that button. That's the button I want to press. What else? 7th inning? Yeah, I'll go. Clippard will keep throwing. I'll bring Morin in to start, and if need be, I'll bring Clippard in later.
Now the 0-1.
Nope.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Under it is Machado, and he'll take it for the first out.
Now batting, third baseman, Chase Headley.
Here's Chase Headley. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch on its way. Right over the middle, knee high. Now the pitch. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
There's that tight slider right there. Just missed getting under the hands. That's a good pitch. I like that pitch. But if you don't get it where you want it, it could be a dangerous pitch to throw.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Set to deliver on 2-1. And he misses again, ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Ready once again, Brett Gardner. He singled earlier, making him 1 for 2 to this point. Here comes the first pitch. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A 1 pitch on its way. And a neck high fastball that time.
Keep this high.
In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. Two 2-1 home now to Gardner. Hit out towards second. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit.
Well, he hit that ball hard right there. I think he got a little bit lucky. If it's at somebody, probably a double play ball instead of a single.
Ellsbury.
So it's a tight spot here. First and second, one man out, and that'll bring in the center fielder, Jacoby Ellsbury. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Now, I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn two.
One strike home now to Ellsbury. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. This one's flared out toward left. Gentry coming in, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with two away now.
Now batting, catcher, Gary Sanchez.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Gary Sanchez. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Here's the first pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time. And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch.
Nope.
Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3. Two down, runners at first and second. High in the air out towards shallow right.
A late break got me.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Yanks strand a pair. They lead it 2-1.
Do you still want Adam Warren to come in? Yes, I do.
Adam Warren
enters the ball game to replace the starter, and some may feel he was pulled a bit prematurely.
Yeah, and I'm sure the lefty wants to stay out there too. But this is one of those situations where the manager felt it was time to start playing the matchup game. With the right-handed batter up next, they're hoping this right-handed pitcher gives them a better chance to get an out.
Wellington Castillo.
And let me just set Clippers already and waiting. Just in case I need him.
Wellington Castillo is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. Here it comes. 1-0. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Ready with the 1-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Don't know how he missed that. Well, he's late on it. Still, don't want to keep throwing him there.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2.
Try another slider. This time, not the freaking backstop.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And this one's tapped foul to home plate.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
The 2-2 one more time. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full. 3-2.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Get him up in front.
Neither guy giving in. Here's the next one.
My God.
There's a high foul ball as it finds a lucky fan in the upper deck for a souvenir. The next 3-2. Grounded down, and this will kick off the third base bag. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Number 6, Jonathan Scope.
Scope now. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one right down Main Street. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground.
Tell you what, that was a nice swing after the sequence, following a fastball to get a changeup and you foul it off. Pretty good approach.
From the stretch. Hit on the ground toward the left. That's through a base hit, and he's got his third hit of the game.
Well, that puts the tying run at second and the go-ahead run at first base. If you can get that knock or get that guy in from first base, you know you've got a chance with that bullpen to hold it up.
All right, Adam, you had your chance.
Tyler Clippard comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7.
Tyler Clippard.
And some action out in the Yankee bullpen now as a right-hander starts to loosen up.
First offering on its way. A fastball down near the shoe tops.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
In any way, shape, or form, just give me an out.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. There's a changeup over the outside corner. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
First pitch coming. Here it is. J.J. Hardy is in for the third time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
That's the splitter there, but it misses. 1-2. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit hard back up the middle to second for one. On to first. It's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. One left for the Orioles. They're down 2-1. Striding in once again, Matt Holliday. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest.
Matt Holliday.
Get Dylan warming up.
On to the 8th now, as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1. Pitch on the way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. And there's ball 2 now. The 2-1 on its way. This is line to left. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Well, here they go again. Another base hit. This one leading off the inning here late in the game. But they put together some base hits, but haven't been able to get that big hit to drive in the run.
Here's Starlin Castro, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
0-2 pitch, not even close to the zone, and a fastball might be an indication that he's going to start using some of his secondary pitches.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 is an off-speed pitch. No dice. It's 2-2. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
There's certain situations where things just have to happen, and this is one of those. Like it or not, he's got to challenge him right here.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
I knew I had
A look at our line score there for Memorial Park. The Yankees lead this one here in the 8th, as the O's will get a couple of more cracks before this one's all said and done. Here's big Aaron Judge. He was a double play victim last time around. Here's the first pitch to him. Lifted in the air to center.
I tried.
And Jones will handle this one for route number 2. And he will scurry back to first, as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
The batter, first baseman, Chris Carter.
Here's Chris Carter now. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
That's slaughter.
A runner on
right
first
there.
with 2 away. And he misses with it. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
The 1-2 pitch.
Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning.
One left for the Yankees as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Dylan Betances is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the
Number
8th.
68, Dylan Betances.
Hyun-Soo Kim will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. And this is low, ball 1.
I'm really not a fan of how his motion looks in this game. That's not his motion in real life. That's my only complaint.
And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Well, he's got himself in a good count right now. Down 1. He's probably looking for something to drive out of the ballpark. Maybe tie this game up.
Here it comes, 2-0. Too high.
Come on,
and
buddy.
it's 3-0.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
Right down the middle. That's all I want.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Ready with the 3-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Let's put him away. See if he can make the full comeback. Nope. Oh.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Drilled down the line.
Nice. Perfectly positioned.
On to first by Headley, and there's out number 1.
And that was a no doubles defense in action right there, and it paid off big time. That ball was scorched, but the third baseman was guarding the line more than usual to prevent an extra base hit, and it ended up being pretty much right at him. That's good stuff.
Here's Craig Gentry. Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now.
Triple up on the serve.
Now the pitch. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
After 2 breaking pitches, a pretty good chance right now. You're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
One and 2. Here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
Here he comes again. 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
These last two guys are making him work quite a bit out there. Both have been long at bats, and all in all, he's had to make 13 throws just to them so far.
Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Matt, that's his third hit of the night, his third single. I'm sure he'd like to have a double or something mixed in, but for now, he'll take the 3 for 4.
Jones.
Yeah, I know it's a steal situation.
And now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. And he's a bit tardy there on the first pitch fastball. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
I'm gonna pitch out here, see if they got any intentions.
And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. Here's the 1-1.
Nice.
Way out in front.
Nice.
Runners on first with 1 down. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And Jones is going to have himself a base hit.
Well, that's a nice base hit right there. They got a little something working here, Matt. You got the tying run at second base and the go-ahead run at first base. How's it going to unfold?
Standing in, Manny Machado, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1.
Matt, I just think he's pitching scared. Look, he's getting hit a little bit, and now he's falling behind another hitter. Challenge somebody.
1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
This is where the big dogs show up. You got runners on, you got a 2-0 count. You got to make a pitch on the corner and have confidence you can put it there. Don't groove one. That's when you get hurt.
Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up on to first, and there were 2 down.
All right.
First baseman, number 19.
Here's Chris Davis now. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he. And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there.
There we go.
Your attention, please. Now
so they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up.
Chapman.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
The 2-1 pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Well, you got a guy on the ropes. He's really struggling here. You can't swing at bad pitches and bail him out. You got to make him throw strikes. This is where you got to bear down as a team, not just individually.
Trying to keep the one-run lead. Here it is. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. And he's down on strikes, so they get two men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Fine work there out of the Yankee bullpen. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. Hyun-Soo Kim will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field, number 25.
Vidal Nuno enters from the pen to start the ninth inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the ninth.
Nuno.
Here's Didi Gregorius. He'll be charged with trying to get on board leading off the ninth.
Didi Gregorius.
Off we go in the ninth as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Try and get this insurance run. Give me a little bit more breathing room for the bottom of the ninth.
And he takes a called strike 1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 2 in the ball game thus far. And there's one he'd like to have over again. Missed high with the slider. Popped high in the air. Hardy settles under it near second. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
The left fielder, number 11, Brett Gardner.
Here's Brett Gardner now. Lifetime numbers against Vidal Nuno. 1 for 5. First pitch on its way. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike.
He is being aggressive in this inning. 0-2 on this hitter. The first 2 outs were recorded quick because he came right after the hitter. I don't think that changes right now either. He's going to continue to be aggressive to this hitter as well.
Strike him out, so it remains a 1-run lead as they head in for their final set of swings. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They still lead it 2-1.
All right. Let's end this game.
So stepping in, Wellington Castillo. He'll be the one to greet Chapman, who looks to put an end to this one.
29.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball that just misses inside. One-0 count. Here it is. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Ready on 1 and 2. And this is fouled straight back.
That's probably not what he wants to do with 2 strikes right there with the fastball. He is fortunate he just fouled it off.
Now another 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
In now, Jonathan Scope. And a ball 1-0. Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. One 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
Tell you what, Matt, he looks locked in to me. You know, I played with a guy named Larry Milburn. He said he looks hitterish. You see that swing right there? I know he missed it, but he was on it.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Looks like he's pitching pretty cautiously right here, but that happens when a guy's 3 for 3 on the day. Usually he's a guy you challenge a little bit more, but I guess he's earned some respect in this one.
Fouled back. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd. Foul.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
Here's another 2-2. And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Digging in, Trey Mancini. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he will make the catch with ease, and the Yankees have run their winning streak to 5 in a row now as this ball game is over.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. Jordan Montgomery earns his first win of the season. Aroldis Chapman records 4 outs on his way to the save, his 4th of the season. So that'll just about do it. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. So long, everybody.
Alrighty. That was a close game all throughout.
Our final line score this afternoon. First
I think it's
for the
about time we
victorious
end this stream.
Yankees,
It's going
2
on
runs
over 2 hours.
on 11 hits.
So,
No errors. They left 9 runners
thank you
on
all
base.
for joining me. Whoever joined me.
For the
Hope
Orioles,
you enjoyed.
1 run on 9
Like if you
hits.
liked. Hit
No
the subscribe
errors.
button for more.
They left 7 men
And
on
until
base.
next time, this is J-Dubs signing off.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and